10.3% of those arrested had consumed Buckfast shortly before their arrest, and the bottle itself had been used as a weapon in 114 cases.
That is a good bottle.
Yeah. Welcome back to Arsenic Culture. I'm Matt.
I'm Jason.
I'm Drew.
And we're about to commit a crime. Maybe. I don't know. So, if you've ever seen this show, we did an episode on Buckfast. Buckfast Tonic Wine is an alcoholic beverage.
Not from here.
No, out of the United Kingdom.
Devon.
In England. Yeah, Devon, England. And it is 15% alcohol mixed with like close to 300 milligrams
of
caffeine.
It's a lot.
More than any energy drink that you could get in the United States. And somehow it's still legal.
It's not recommended for children. Wait,
say.
or pregnant or breastfeeding women? Well, damn it, I'm out. I can't drink it.
In that case, we need to go.
I like this one. What? Officers recommend adults do not regularly drink more than 14 units per week of this.
14? Oh, per week.
Is that what that says?
Yeah, look on the back.
Oh my
14
God.
14 units. What is
So
that?
anyways, this Buckfast has
I would
been
say
around
it's one
for...
unit, a fifth.
This has been around for what, 20 years or 15 years?
Oh,
or
more
something
than
like
that.
No, this is 11.5 units.
Oh, okay. So you say units, and it's like servings. Those are serving
This
sizes.
is 5.25. So these two are 16 and a half units. So if you drink this in a week, you're already over the limit.
And in this episode, we're going to drink all of it. One of my favorite quotes about Buckfast, or Bucky, as it were,
Bucky,
is from the Irish Police Chief Superintendent John Cairns of Cork, Ireland, who said, "If you take 2.5 bottles of Buckfast, you're going to end up in my custody or in a hospital." That's
a challenge, and I'll take you up on this.
Police precinct did a study, and you can go back and look at our episodes for the one on Buckfast, and you can hear all about this. But they did a study, and they found out that if you ingested 2.5 bottles, granted it's the big bottle. Yeah, show them the big bottle.
it's a 750.
Yeah. If you're going out with the boys or the girls and you drink 2.5 bottles of that, you are guaranteed to committing a crime. You're going to like do something that end you up in jail.
That's the warning label.
You have a less chance of not committing.
Yeah. The Strathclyde police in 2009 said 10.3% of those arrested had consumed Buckfast shortly before their arrest, and the bottle itself had been used as a weapon in 114 cases.
That is a good bottle.
Yeah.
That's a good bottle.
Can throw it, can hit somebody with it.
Oh yeah, you can like crack it and shank it. Stephen Curran of the Strathclyde Police in Scotland said, if you're drinking 2 or 3 bottles of Buckfast a day, then you're probably also committing a crime. There's all kinds of people that are just... You know what's the most hilarious is the monks over there. The Buckfast Abbey spokesman said, "We are not the ones misusing the product. It is the people who are abusing it who are the problem. We are not responsible for what happens once it leaves the Abbey." Would you blame a knife manufacturer for a stabbing? I mean, they honestly probably should be made in the United States if they're going to act like that.
The big one's opened.
So
I wasn't going to start with the little one.
Yeah. So we're going to drink all of this. Granted, we're not going to get 2.5 bottles between the 3 of us, but no, let's wreak some havoc.
So look at the color of that first. So to be honest,
grape wine.
Yeah, it's it looks a lot like what we drank on the episode.
So we had Wild Irish Rose mixed with Red Bull. I think that's what I had.
Yeah.
And we looked at the caffeine content, and Red Bull wouldn't touch this.
No.
I think Red Bull was 200 a can, and this is like 200
like
a serving or
285 or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
My hand's already shaking from the caffeine. I ain't had it.
So you talked about nicknames. So my favorite from it was Rick the Hoose Juice.
Rick the Who's
Juice,
Juice.
juice, yeah.
Yeah.
Also had Commotion Lotion,
Commotion Lotion's a good one.
Bucky, Liquid Speed, and Bottle of Fight the World.
That's my favorite
That's
one.
my favorite bottle of Fight the World.
My favorite slogan, though.
Get you fucked fast.
Yeah, Buckfast gets you fucked fast. That's my favorite tagline.
I want to just, before we get into this, I want to go on record. I don't know how long this episode is going to be, but we have a very nice sponsor. It's Never Say Die Bourbon. They are delicious. They're aged at sea. You can get it at most liquor stores. Check them out. They do not condone this behavior. This is purely our experiment, and we're going to take it from here. But thank you, Never Say Die, for sponsoring us.
So we're going in for the first taste. So the nose, I mean, it's like grape wine kind of.
Yeah.
It smells pretty good.
It
on the
smells
nose.
like, it's like a fortified
Yeah.
wine, like a port.
Oh, it's fortified with caffeine.
So here's the thing. We did this episode
Damn.
with Jason and Drew. We talked about it.
Yeah.
You've had it.
Yeah, I had
Because
I think
you
that was the
brought-
night we ended up at the karaoke bar.
Yeah, that wasn't how we ended up at the karaoke bar. Drew, you
Yeah.
brought this back from this.
So I brought it back. My family, who live actually in Devon now.
Oh my god.
They live very close to they live walking distance from the
The
monastery.
Yeah.
Brought it, so I send them a message after the Bucky episode, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll bring some over to the States." So they will remain nameless in case they committed any crimes.
No accomplice is named. Yeah.
But yeah, so my cousin and I drank. So they brought 2 bottles of the 750 and 2 bottles of the 335
35
yeah,
milliliters. Yeah.
over, and we sat out on the porch in South Carolina about a month or so ago and just pounded it.
Really?
And yeah, we didn't get arrested.
I want a T-shirt with this on it. I want that logo.
Okay. Okay.
We were at the Woodland Arts Fair.
I would wear that. Oh, somebody have one?
We were at the Woodland Arts Fair. And we're
It was just me and Drew and our daughters because our wives were in Las Vegas partying.
Yeah. We're talking with some friends, and we're sitting there, and I stop. We're in the middle of a conversation, and I was like,
He was actually talking, and he was like, "Stop!" and he ran over.
swatting everybody away. And Matt's like, "Where the hell is Drew going?" And I walk over, and there's a guy wearing a Buckfast. It's the label.
It's a great label.
It's the label
great label.
of Buckfast.
Yeah.
Random guy. Random guy.
On a T-shirt. And
I
Matt's
want
like,
that.
"Where are you going?" And I stopped and I was like, "Man, look at this guy."
I thought he was like talking to the guy named Matt. So I kept talking to our friends, and I was like, "I think Drew's at a future mini. I'm not really sure what's going on."
I didn't know this person. And they were like, Matt was like, "Oh, I thought he knew this dude." No, didn't. He was wearing a Bucky shirt. And so I was like,
He finally called me over there, and he was like, "Dude, look." And I saw this guy wearing a shirt, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Where'd he get at? Overseas?
I don't know.
He
said
didn't even say.
He didn't even know. He'd never even had it.
Didn't know what it
before.
was.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what it was.
No.
So he was like, he ended up getting us. We got a selfie with him. We were like, he felt like a quasi
We need to
celebrity. I'm
post
pretty
that
sure.
shit on our account.
Yeah, he knew. I think he knew of it, but he didn't know what it was. And we were like, hell yeah! So we got a selfie with some random guy that had a Buckfast T-shirt on. It was absolutely amazing.
Well, I want to claim and empty. So when these are done,
Buddy.
I want
Yeah.
this one right
Yeah,
here.
for
So
sure.
let's talk about the beverage before we end up like
Yeah.
getting in fisticuffs and like fighting like bums down the
I'm
road.
going to break
Like,
all your cantillons behind Jason.
I'm gonna break him before you break him, and I'm gonna stab Jason with them.
Probably use this as some kind of little put that out. Get my knife
Pull
ready.
the tiny
Get
knife
my
on the
little
end. Yeah, yeah.
This is going to be my choice.
Oh my god!
Don't put my nose.
Wrongs, I know.
So what do you think of the taste?
That's what I'm asking you, Ash.
Honestly, I think the nose is good. It's like a grape juice, right?
Yeah.
Like a grape wine.
It feels like a port.
The taste to me, honestly, is pretty good. It's better. I think it's better than the concoction that I made. What do you?
What's a concoction?
the
that you
the
made?
homeless
Yeah, the Wild Irish Rose plus Red
Oh
Bull.
yeah. What we did.
Richards. Yeah.
I don't think it'd be hard to beat that, but
Yeah. Yeah, this leans portish to me.
oh yeah,
The only thing that, like, I guess it makes this dangerous is that, and I think I said this about the Wild Irish Rose, too. It's so smooth and so easy to drink, but it's a little sweet.
Yeah.
It is.
I almost
it's very
wish
sweet.
we should cut it with some vodka. That's a great idea.
Or Gin Row.
God.
Yeah, gin row.
Yeah, we got some gin row. I got some gin row upstairs.
But I think, like, it's just a little sweet, which, I mean, I feel like that would make it, maybe people would want to drink it more, especially if you're a little, younger crowd.
yeah.
It's just a little sweet for me, but it's crushable.
I think it does, and I think that's the point. So
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's like Kool-Aid. Just keeps
yeah,
wanting
it's
to drink more.
15% alcohol. So that's not super high. If you were drinking bourbon or any other spirit straight,
That's pretty high. That's a fifth of mead.
No. What I'm saying is, like, if you were drinking a bourbon straight,
Yeah.
this is not comparable necessarily.
There's no burn.
But if we were drinking a mead or like a high gravity beer,
Cutwater
yes,
has
Cutwater
been the thing in the United States. It's just
Brown
like,
water.
they use sugar to hide that ABV, and they do it well.
Super well.
These guys have been doing it for
1,000 years.
fucking 1,000 years. Like they know what they're doing.
I don't know what you could hide it better.
No. So like my first sip, it was borderline cloying.
Yeah.
Like it was like too sweet. Like I don't know if I could drink 2.5 bottles of this. But now I am 5 sips into it, and I'm like, I'm actually ready for another pour. I've actually drank more than you all have. So
It
let's
also
go ahead and top
says
me off
not
here.
recommended for children or pregnant women. So
Well,
that doesn't say you
fucking
couldn't
hope
have
not.
it. Well, it just says not recommended.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
not
can
like
we can
illegal.
still give it to them. I mean, yeah.
Not going to follow anybody's
don't give this to
recommendations.
anyone else.
Yeah.
If you drink this, it's your fault.
Yes. I don't know. Like the.
Solid.
Oh, sorry, Jason.
It's oh no. It's almost.
So let me tell you about some other things that have been banned.
Okay.
And we can
Banned
see-
in the USA. Wasn't that that was a Two
Live Crew
song?
song?
Two Live Crew song.
Okay, so we're going to talk about things that were banned, not just drinks, but also food. The most obvious, Four Loko.
Yeah.
And we actually talked about that on our
On
Buckfast
episode, we did. We did.
Four Loko was banned specifically for the reason that
this is popular.
Buckfast
Yeah.
is like basically a criminal beverage.
Smooth and caffeine, alcohol.
So tons of caffeine, tons of alcohol. It leads people to committing crimes, which
What's easy to drink too.
I know, dude. I mean, it's honestly, it's pretty smooth. So, but here's the thing: Buckfast itself has not been actually banned ever. There are places, there are bars, there are establishments in the UK that will not serve it by principle.
Yeah.
I can
know
see
what I
that.
mean?
Yeah, a lot of them here wouldn't either. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
You wouldn't
But-
buy Wild Irish Rose at every bar.
Exactly, but it's
Or any bar. Or any bar.
Can I get
that's true.
can I get a Red Bull backer on
Sir,
that?
what would
A
you like?
Wild
I
Irish
want
Rose?
Wild Irish Rose.
That was like when your relatives were getting Buckfast. I was like, were they like putting on like hats, like pulling them over their heads, so like in hoodies, so nobody could see who they were?
They had
A
to
ski mask and
They had to wear Groucho like costumes with a mask and a
Groucho Marx with the
nose.
glasses and the mustache. Yeah. But yeah, like this has not actually been physically banned in the UK, which is crazy.
Pretty shocking.
I guess.
With
but,
all the statistics, yeah.
yeah, dude, you look at the US and like we've got so many things going on. I don't know what direction we're going. Like we ban things, but we allow things.
Have we
and then,
had
like,
things banned that you can think of besides Four Loko though? I'm trying to rack my brain.
weed?
Oh well.
I mean, do you see what I'm saying?
It's never been legal though, right? Like I don't think overall.
Well,
Maybe like in the
right
1400s, I don't know what the hell.
As soon as it was discovered, but
1700s, yeah.
everybody knows that was like a derivative from hemp, and then
Yeah,
the manufacturing or the suppliers were
it's like the
no,
peace
we're-
pipes, right? I mean from
Right,
you know,
yeah.
from Native
Yeah,
Americans,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, so
I don't know things that have been banned. I think that for whatever reason, some of those things, and we talked about on that episode, fell out of favor.
Mm-hmm.
And some of those things that I talked about that I like the Sparks things that I used to drink those things.
yeah, I remember you saying that.
I would buy those. I would buy 3 of them, and they're only 6% ABV, but they had I don't know 100 mgs of caffeine per. So I'm doing 3 of those, and then like going and hanging out, you know, at a bar or whatever in the evening. I can see how that would be a problem, but also you have the constituent parts where you can be like, oh, I'll have a vodka and a Red Bull.
Yeah.
Do you remember how popular that was 10 years
In
ago?
the-
Oh yeah.
everybody.
In
everybody.
in the
everybody.
early 2000s, that was
Yeah.
the drink.
Yep.
I was a bartender back then,
Yeah.
and that's, I mean, 50% of my orders were vodka Red Bull.
I guarantee it.
Yeah, and honestly, I would order them too on occasion, but that was normal. That is essentially, chemically speaking, that's what this is.
Same thing.
Yeah, especially if you do volume, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm on social media a decent amount. So I was watching TikTok the other day. Remember the LSU football coach Ed Ogeron?
Yeah.
Talk Shrek. He was on Barstool Sports talking about them. They're like, we heard you cut back on your Red Bull habit. He's like, yeah, cut down. You know, like how many you're drinking now? He goes, I'm down about 5 or 6 a day. And they're like, damn. Like how many were you at before? He goes, for 12, 15. 12 to 15 Red Bulls a day.
Could you imagine what his liver looks like?
No, they're
right
like,
now?
they just start laughing. Like, what? How did you function? Like, just 12 to
His
15
liver is
Red
probably
Bulls.
black.
I don't know how he slept.
That's over 3,000 milligrams easy, right?
Like the half-life of caffeine, it's not going to be out of your system until...
Yeah,
There's
no.
it never out of his system.
That's absolutely insane.
Looks like he's getting ready to have a heart attack at any time.
He really does. He
Well,
really
that, I mean, his voice was a
It
direct
actually makes
correlation.
sense.
To, like,
It
yeah.
makes sense to ride him
Now
out.
that you think about it, yeah.
The math is checking out.
So, some other things that were
What else has
banned.
been banned?
Yeah, you all ever heard of absinthe?
I have.
we did an
episode.
episode. That was one of our earlier
That
episodes.
was a good one, too. We
Yeah,
need to revisit that sometime.
yeah, that was actually really fun. Absinthe was banned because it had a chemical called thujone in it that was blamed for madness and murder. But it later came out that it was the quantities were so little that it was completely
So
negligible.
it didn't have anything to do with Van Gogh cutting his ear off?
No, that was him being drunk as
It's
a
a picture of a
motherfucker.
bottle, though. On one of the
is.
bottles.
Yeah. That was him being absolutely wasted.
That was like the whole thing about the...
Honestly, Van Gogh was probably on Buckfast when he did that. I can't imagine many
No,
other.
he'd cut somebody else's ear off.
Yeah, it's both maybe. Yeah, and then
then-
try to like switch them. I don't
and
know.
then
I
thrown that ear at
face
somebody
off,
else.
but ear
can
off.
I can see Van Gogh doing
Instead
it.
of
I'm going to feed you this guy's ear. Yeah.
Instead of face off the movie, it's ear off. He just switches off. Him and John Travolta.
Here's something that you all, I think you'll remember.
I probably will.
Do you remember powdered alcohol?
No.
Yeah. So this was invented, and it was
I'm
subsequently
intrigued.
subsequently banned like immediately.
You don't say.
They call it palcohol. Somebody invented powdered alcohol, literally alcohol in a
This is
powdered
for the
form.
So just
astronauts.
dissolving it
This
in
is-
whatever.
This is for astronauts.
Yes. So the idea was that you could take this powder, you can mix it with water, or I don't know, maybe another spirit or something.
Probably
I don't
shooting
really
it
know.
up.
General?
Yeah, and then it would be alcohol. I didn't go that deep into it, but I thought about it. And I was like, how the hell do you get alcohol in a powdered form? But yeah, it's like you would mix it with like a liquid and turn it into just a drink. What was happening is as soon as it was invented, kids were snorting it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was
going to
think
say,
about that. Yeah.
I was going
immediately.
to say, like, they're good. They're going to say it all.
Yeah. So then like the FDA was like, no.
What year was this?
I don't actually know, but I remember it happening. I wanted to say mid 2000s,
Damn.
something like that. Like maybe like 2010.
I remember they had what was it, the vapor. Like you could like vape alcohol. You remember that? That was like late 2000s. And it would hit you. So like think of it as like a mist. Like you just vaporize alcohol, but you never could figure out like how much you're drinking or how much you're intaking.
I wonder if this
It was rough.
I wonder if
It might have
this
been
was
the same
similar.
thing.
It might have been the same thing.
Oh,
It might have been the same
breathe
thing.
it? Or
Breathing
like,
it. Just it's like think of like a humidifier.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like in your house. Just breathing it in.
Yeah.
science, man.
Those are the most
And then
popular, like,
Tennessee actually put a bong up their butthole. So it's the same thing. You know.
those are the most popular like
If we got any fans of Tennessee, I love you, but still.
but still. Some other foods that were banned. Haggis. You ever heard of haggis?
It's like sheep stomach.
That's
something.
banned in the U.S.?
Yeah.
Damn. Didn't know that.
It's illegal in U.S. food production. It's banned for import even. Domestic versions do exist, I guess. So you can't bring it in from outside. So that's weird. I guess that's.
I wonder if that's like a mad cow thing. Because,
I bet some kind of parasites or something.
Because in the UK, like mad cow, like isn't it Scotland where haggis is big, I think?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Maybe that's like a mad cow issue. Like a
It could
parasitic.
be. Well, I guess if you're gonna eat stomach, eat American.
Probably drinking
so-
Buc-ee's while they're mad.
You know what? I'm going to drink some of this. I'm going to eat Jason's stomach later.
Yeah.
Don't do
Are you all
that.
drinking slow or am I drinking fast?
Yes.
Motherfucker, we got to get through. Okay, so we need to all get on an even keel because I'm not going to drink
Matt's
one and a half
getting turnt.
bottles.
Matt's getting turnt is what they call it tonight.
I do live here, so I'm going to slow down. You all catch up. Okay. Do you all remember Kinder? As Drew shoots whatever he's got left. Jason, now you're lagging. Y'all remember something called
pace
Kinder
myself.
Eggs?
No.
Yeah. Kinder
Eggs?
Yeah.
No.
Wait, those aren't.
I'm behind the times.
The original ones were banned. So, okay, so
What?
here's the idea.
Kinder
There was
eggs.
a candy.
Our daughters love those.
Yes. There was a candy slash toy.
Oh, I remember that. The little candy things. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was a little egg shape, and the egg consisted of.
Oh no, Jason! I have to open this other bottle for you.
I didn't get any. Damn.
Okay, so this candy consisted of like an eggshell of chocolate, and on the inside there was like some hazelnut stuff, and there's a toy inside.
Oh.
And the young kids loved it because you get through the egg,
I
you
like
get
toys
through candy.
too. Shit.
I love toys. And then once you open it up, you open up a little toy, and there's some whatever, like some guy with swingy arms or some bullshit.
Making that sound really creepy.
Yeah, some guy with swingy arms. But what happened was, like, apparently one kid bit straight into the egg, straight through the toy. I'm hypothesizing here, and the rest of the country was like, "Oh no, we have to ban all of these." So they banned these Kinder Joys, which are still legal in like Europe, Norwegian countries, which I think is where it started. I'm not really
I've seen
sure.
them online. I thought they were here too, but I know what
So
you're talking
they
about.
are, but in a
not the
different
toy,
format.
Not the toy. Yeah.
So what happened was Kinder Joy eggs, which we used to have a toy inside of candy, took it and they made two halves.
Yep.
It's still egg shaped, but
That's right.
you pull the egg halves apart. One half is the toy, one half is the candy.
Okay.
They even gave you like a little spoon to like eat.
I remember like a little biscuit looking thing, right? Like you just scoop it out with. I think like you could eat.
The actual candy part is like it's got like a weird knife spoon thing where you like scoop it out, and the candy's great.
I think there's actually some
they have
like,
Kinder Bueno, which is like a thing.
Kinder Bueno's really good.
Where I travel a lot too, I think they actually have them at like the truck stops. It'll be like a little biscuit that like a little hard like pretzel biscuit. Is you can scoop the middle out and just eat the whole damn biscuit, like eat the whole spoon, essentially.
I've not seen that.
I feel like
I got to teach you things.
if you drink enough of this, you would just eat the whole package.
I think I'm seeing it right.
You know what? I think that's it. That needs to be another quick shot.
Yeah.
We need to bring one of those in. I've not heard of that.
Just but honestly, for all you British folk, that'd be a cool tattoo. If you're into that sort of thing.
For all
would
you
be.
American folk that
It's almost
grew up in the
Masonic.
hood.
It is almost Masonic.
I dig that. Not that I'm a Mason.
This is the hood version of oldie.
I might just get the buck with like the
No fast.
there's like a whole there's like some drapery and stuff on it, but I feel like that
Drapery.
What you get is buck, and then the fast is just kind of blurred. That way it's like
the motion blur.
I'm gonna have Matthew, our tattoo artist,
yeah.
be like, "Hey man, I want you to drink a bottle of this and then tattoo this shit on the
Oh
arm."
my god, he'd probably be down. Here's a couple other things that have been banned. You ever heard of maggot cheese?
I have.
I know
I
you
have.
have.
Yeah.
What are we- oh god.
So this was a thing in Europe to where they would take cheese and ferment it to the point to where insect larvae would lay eggs. Insects would lay eggs in there and be
What are we
like
doing?
larvae, like crawling around. The maggots would hatch, and you eat the maggots.
What'd they pair that with?
Buckfast.
Could you imagine eating them? Like, this is so good with Buckfast.
The chef comes out. This tastes. You get a lot of autumn flavors from this. These mealworms are very
Fireside
organic.
chat. Yeah. Back in the early days, we had our old buddy Jeff on.
Yeah.
And Jeff was just like, I want to try maggot cheese.
He was obsessed with getting that. He
That's
never
how
got
I
it.
learned about it. And I was like, what? And I Googled it and I was like, you are a fucking lunatic. Yeah, he's insane. So, pufferfish is illegal.
yeah.
You know that. Yeah.
It can be poison, right? If you don't cut it right or whatever.
Yeah, it's not illegal everywhere, just in the United States. But it is
on that
poisonous.
note, crazy enough, again, I'm on TikTok too much, but I saw this little animation thing. Dolphins actually get pufferfish and like eat them, but don't eat them. They bite on them.
seen
They like
this!
play and they get wild. They
Dude,
get
I've
high.
seen this.
They get high on the pufferfish and then pass it to the dolphin, like through their mouths. Or like
Puff,
pass.
puff, pass.
Yes,
Puff, puff, pass.
yes, dude, wild.
Could you imagine?
They're definitely drinking Bucky.
Dude, how smart are
Dolphin
fucking
Bucky.
dolphins?
Yeah,
Puff,
like
puff,
dolphin
pass,
heroin.
Literally. That's the epitome of puff puff pass.
Let's make
it is.
Let's
It
make
is.
our own dolphin Bucky.
We should.
I'm like, distilled dolphin meat?
No, it's gonna be
morbid.
it's gonna be pufferfish.
We've got tons of ideas from this episode.
We're all gonna be dead by the time we're done with them, but it'll be fun during the time that we conjure them up.
So, Drew's gonna be like, "Oh well," somebody's gonna be speaking at my funeral. Like, hell, he died at 47. What happened? Well,
Long story.
a dolphin passed in a pufferfish and he took a bite out of
Let
it.
me show you what happened.
He was in the Atlantic Ocean. He opened his mouth.
He was snorkeling, and this fucking dolphin
was like,
We got 2 dolphins in the front with a little thing of water just saying, damn, I hate Miss Drew, man. I miss
Dolphin was
Drew.
like, quit holding up the line. He just fucking shoved it in his mouth.
He was a good dude, man.
Fucking hilarious. A couple other ones. Raw milk is illegal for obvious reasons.
but
You can still
There's
get
a couple.
it. You
There's
still
a couple.
get it.
Yeah, there's a couple people that actually like push
Yeah.
that. That's
yeah.
which
there's been
is
some
ridiculous.
people have.
Remember the raw water people were pushing?
Yeah,
That has to be illegal. Like it had people were just drawing out of like whatever.
there was a movement.
Ponds
Yes.
and lakes and shit.
I don't know where they got.
There was a movement.
Yeah.
There was a guy that was like, it was almost, dude. It was borderline cult.
It was almost like a Firefest guy, like something like that.
He
yeah.
just, every video I saw of him, he was not wearing a shirt. Yeah, that puts it into perspective. And he's like, drink raw water. And he would take a receptacle of water, just dip it into some festering pond with like algae and like mosquitoes,
stagnant
pull it out.
shit.
But here's the hilarious part: it was like there was so much marketing behind it.
Yeah.
Like the jar that he was putting water in was like crystal, like beveled, like it was like faceted. Somebody had carved it out. He spent probably $50 on each actual container of water.
It's like $100 a bottle.
Yeah, and then he would sell it for $100. It was absolutely insane. People were like dying and shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, no crap.
I feel
Because
like
you got dysentery.
I feel like Darwin took care of himself on that one.
Yeah. We haven't seen that many dysentery cases since the Oregon Trail. So tonka beans were another one. Do you know what tonka beans are?
I've heard of it. Never don't know what it is though.
Yeah, it contains coumarin, which can be toxic in large quantities.
I've heard of curcumin, but not.
curcumin.
I've heard not. What is? What did you say?
Tonka. The
Tonka
trunk.
beans.
Like
No.
the trunk.
What is it? What was the thing you said was in it? Curin?
Coumarin, coumarin, in large
I've heard of
quantities.
curcumin.
It's toxic.
Really? Where does that come from?
Tonka beans.
I don't know. I don't have that
them
much
Tonkas?
information. on it.
Tonka trucks too.
Yeah,
I just
but
heard of
apparently they're kind of like vanilla beans, but I guess they're just like really dangerous. And horse meat.
Well,
I think it's more of a taboo thing. It's like dog meat.
I mean-
is dog meat illegal?
Yeah, in the U.S.
It's got to be, right?
Yeah.
tomahawk
Not in
steaks.
Asia.
You,
Not nation.
you also just make glue here. Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever watch the Bad Friends podcast with Bobby Lee?
I've seen
my
clips of it. I haven't
dude,
actually
that
watched
is-
it.
That's hilarious. Some of the episodes are really good. I talk about that sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, we're buckied. We're getting buckied.
Yeah. How far in are we?
Oh well, we've got plenty to drink here. We've already consumed our 750.
Okay.
She gone.
She go.
Now we're about 50 into our 350.
Okay. I do not. Are we even? I don't
Yeah,
want to do more.
We're
than
even.
you all. Okay.
We're
I've been
100% even
mashing
right now.
these.
Should we shoot and then split that and then do a quick shot?
Yeah.
This is going to be the first time ever we're going to do a quick shot in the middle of an actual episode.
Cheers.
So, everybody shoot.
Cheers, ninjas.
Let's pour the rest of this and then we're going to do a quick shot.
Woo!
The rest?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Well, I assume between 3 glasses that should
I want that 375.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
You like to fast?
We're going to drink Buckfast.
Let's do a quick shot. Buckfast is a fortified wine. Comes from the Devon area of England. They drink it and they basically fight and commit crimes.
First, I think it's good. It's much
It
better
depends
than
on
we
what
tried
you
at
want
first.
from it.
I want to get bucked.
Fast?
Fast.
Then it's a 5.
Yeah, it's 5. What would you rate out of 5 though?
Probably a 4 1/4.
Okay, that's
Honestly,
fair.
yeah.
That's fair.
I'm going to go with solid 4.
Yeah.
This is something that I could drink whenever it's offered to me.
Yeah.
I'd also be afraid to drink it whenever it's offered to me.
Honestly, it's much better than you think it would be. I'm gonna go 4 1/4. I'm with Drew.
Yeah. Sayings that they have. What do they call it?
Wreck the Hoose Juice, Commotion Lotion, Liquid Speed, bottle of Fight the World.
Oh, that's the one.
That was
gonna-
good.
After this camera turns off, I'm going to hit Jason in the fucking head with this.
I don't have a ball to hit him with.
Guys, we are derelicts. This is a diversion from our normal content, but if you liked it, then please share it.
Like and subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah, and we'll see you on the next one.